Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I'm your host, Christian, the unbiased king, Espinal. And joining me in person, it is the man, the myth, the legend. It is Joshua. Gangsta time, Cole.
It's called Partner, but it should be called Gangsta Time.
What's good, everybody?
Hey, buddy. Oh, my God. Oh, you came in a little low there. Let me see if I can fix your mic. Also joining us in the meantime is the disembodied voice of our producer. It is Edgelord Big News Brian.
What's up, nerds?
Hey. Oh, yeah. We're back after a short break. We're back to do the monthly series. We got 3, of course, as per usual. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. You can find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Joshua Cole, where can they find you?
At JD Cole _37. That's on Instagram. And on Twitter, you can find me at NYChillin with an EN, not an ING.
Oh, yeah. Brian? Brian, are you there?
Find me at, sorry, I was coughing a bit. You can find me at b.esp on both Instagram and Twitter. And if you ever want to catch me when I'm streaming, you can find me at twitch.tv/it's punchline whenever I get a computer.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, in the meantime, follow his socials so he can let you know when he's streaming. You can find the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. Follow us on Twitter, especially because we do a really good chapter of the week poll that usually goes up when the chapters drop on Viz on Sunday, like a couple hours after. So cast your vote. Let us know what you think about your favorite chapter on that. You can email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want to hear from us on the show. We would gladly appreciate it. You can follow, subscribe, all of the things on YouTube. Give us a like, share the podcast. We've been growing a little bit, and we'd like to keep the growing going. So let us know. Do the thing. Comment on your thoughts of whatever we're talking about today or in the future. You can also subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Pandora, wherever you listen to podcasts. We are on there, so check us out. And yeah, without further ado, that's about it for now. Let's get into the show. World Trigger.
Before we begin, I have a quick question for those listening. In the comment section or via email, tell us what is your favorite grouping out of the available groups right now in World Trigger that's being tested, and why. And if you don't have a favorite group, how about you tell me your least favorite and why?
Yeah, definitely do that.
My favorite is Suicide Squad, obviously, because Makumo's in it, and I like the girl a lot. I like her so much I don't remember her name.
Katori.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
They're my favorite. I like their dynamic, and I want to see how each of the characters in the squad grow. Even Oji, the sniper.
Yeah. No, I'm also on the Suicide Squad train, just because I like Sua. Like, right. Sua's really like showing out this arc, so I'm enjoying watching him be a leader and all that stuff.
Right.
Brian, what's your favorite pairing? Do you have like a favorite grouping of border people?
Suicide Squad is my favorite so far.
Right.
I want to see more out of Ninomiya Squad.
Right, me too. That was gonna be my thing. That's my second favorite squad as far as what I'm most interested in. That's how I guess I really framed the question. What squad are you guys most interested in?
Yeah, I feel like I'm most interested in Ninomiya Squad just because, he had to have constructed that team for a reason, Like, he definitely put that shit together with an idea in mind, and we still haven't seen it yet.
Aside from just straight up blackmail.
Huh?
Aside from just blackmail.
Yeah, that. Yeah, I was going to say, the only thing we've really seen from it is him kind of fucking, getting on, and what's his name? Enma?
Yeah,
Emma, yeah.
Emma's case and all that shit. Like, but I'm really curious to see what his plan is with that squad.
Yeah, I think he just like picked them because they're not going to argue with him. Because he's got Chica on that squad, who's not going to like debate him.
She is subordinate.
Yeah, I think he just picked the people who are most likely to just do what he says and not really put up a fight about it. But that's just my take. I think Mizukami's squad is my favorite, like my second favorite.
And why is that, Chris?
I don't know. He's just it's interesting to see him operate. He's very like he's almost kind of like the same kind of controlling, but more like under the radar type of thing. He's not as direct
as far as him and Ninomiya.
Yeah,
right. And this is Broccoli Head we're talking about.
Yeah,
Mizukami, the one that's doing the whole game on his own.
Yeah, the shogi guy.
Oh, the Shikamaru.
Yeah, the Shikamaru of the group. But yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. This is World Trigger Chapter 220, the Away Mission Test, Part 18. And we are about to get the final results for the day and overall. Actually, we start with the overall rankings. Suwa Squad moved up a rank. They are now 10th place out of 11.
Sweet.
Yeah. Very excited for Suwa Squad. And not only that, they were basically they in the day rankings, like just taking into account the points they earned that day, they were 4th place. And mostly because of Osamu coming through with the big brain, galaxy brain fucking answers on the test.
Many ridges.
Yeah. So many ridges. So yeah, they're there now. Katori is looking at the where her squad mates are in the rankings. Rokuro and Hana. Hana is in Kitazo's team, so she's like in 10th place in the day rankings. So you know, both of her teammates are in the bottom 2, which kind of bums her out. You know, it's not great. But you know, they get together to continue talking about tomorrow. You know, the points for the battle sims are doubled in the next day coming, so there's probably going to be a little bit more focus on that in the next day. And I think that's when they're just going to throw some more fuckery at them to kind of like put the pressure on them in terms of the battle sims, because they're not just going to make them do battle sims all day, I guess. I bet. Everybody's just looking at Mizukami's squad being like, damn, he is dominating right here. Like, they're close in the rankings because like by a couple like 100 points or so, but Mizukami's squad is like head and shoulders above everyone else.
Yeah. Even 2nd place, like over 100 points more.
Yeah.
Where everybody else is probably like, you know, no more than like 10 or 20 points.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. They also learned that they can see the information of the data that they accumulated over the enemies that they faced. So I guess like this would allow them to like plan their strategies a little better, knowing what their enemies are capable of, because usually they're just, I guess, gone into this blind in terms of the enemy's skill set. So,
and it's not, I feel like this is what's implied, right? Like, even though the wording is actually much more ambiguous than I'm used to when it comes to World Trigger, but you know, when they talk about, when they're like, oh, I'm not sure like what the missing things represents as far as what's shown and what's not, all that really means is that's what they've shown so far. Mm-hmm. All the information there is based off of what they've done in their battles. So if they didn't show all their skills, you know what I'm saying, it's still a mystery. So that's part of the strategy too, to not, you know, play your whole hand, especially early on. That's why most of the, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure by the time the 2nd and 3rd round rolls around, everyone's going to use their ace at some point. Yeah. Except for Mizukami.
Yeah.
He's going to be good.
Yeah.
For most of the game.
Basically. But yeah, that's a good way to put it. They're hoping that more information will be available to them as the game continues, but they don't know. At the end of the day, they're just congratulating each other for actually like going up a step. And it's dinner time basically across the league here. Meanwhile, in Murakami's squad, they're just Murakami. So I thought I said Mizukami. My bad. Murakami squad is pretty satisfied that they made it. You know, they didn't do great on the special exam, but they made it far enough. I don't know where they rank exactly in terms of the day. Yeah, Murakami's 5th, tied for 5th place with 2 other squads. I believe the operator of this group actually like raises her hands and is like, wait, we should probably strategize for tomorrow, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if they're going to toss another special assignment at us. Right. So we should decide that now, especially being as if they really couldn't decide earlier on.
Before you press forward, there was a question brought up, right? Which we already know what the case is with Mizukami, but the The operator in Suwa Squad, while they were still talking about the information that they got and they was breaking it down, they with Mizukami being head and shoulders ahead of everybody else, it shows that not only were they, violating everybody in the battles, but all of the work is getting done super efficiently. And what I'm saying, faster than anybody else. So people are seeing in the seeds. You know what I'm saying? If that's not obvious, people are already on it. And I don't think it's here, but later on, I think Suwa makes a point that that's on his mind and that he has some ideas as to why that's happening. And I mean, writing's on the wall. I think they know what's going on. It's going to be interesting to see how they go about challenging that.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, back to Murakami Squad. As they're discussing as to like what to do, really, the operator opens up like a comm because they can like talk to each other like non-verbally as well through Trion bodies. And the operator actually kind of coaches Murakami to kind of do kind of what she wants. She kind of like takes the reins a little bit. And she basically tells him to ask her what she thinks so that she has an avenue to speak at this moment, just to get everybody's attention like towards her because he's the leader. Obviously they'll do what he says.
Right.
And she volunteers Kurauchi should be the one to handle the next special assignment if there is one. And Kumagai can control the units in battle. Because Kurauchi uses different variety of bullets, like Kumagai can basically use him as she would a Nasu unit. Because they both use special bullets. It's a similar thing. She can probably get the grasp of it pretty easily. But yeah, she's basically saying rather than focus on individual units, you may find it easier to think about the broader team tactics.
Good
Uh,
point.
Yeah, and she basically tells Murakami to be like, if you agree with me, then say, let's go with that plan.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that she's trying to, like, she's helping him and helping herself out at the same time because she doesn't want to make it seem as if she's taking control of the team away from Murakami. Mm-hmm. But while at the same time instilling confidence, like, hey, this is how you should go about it. It's just super healthy. A lot of the same stuff we always enjoy World Trigger for.
Yeah.
Because nobody here is a goody two shoes. They all have the same goal in mind. You know what I'm saying? No one's here for just the about goodness sake and being friends with everybody. In her mind, she wants things to be done a certain way. Therefore, she's going to communicate with her team members to get things across. Mm-hmm. I love that so much about this series.
Yeah, definitely. And Murakami is like, yeah, let's go with that, I guess.
Right.
So they're pretty happy about it.
He also says, my bad. Towards the end of that conversation, and this is the last thing I want to point out with these pages.
Yeah, I was just about to point it out myself. I think it's interesting.
Well, yeah, I think you could expand more, but Murakami makes a point to her, to the girl that was trying to give him advice about being a leader, to say that, yo, I got it. You don't got to worry about stressing that anymore. That's super important because, he took the advice in stride as honestly a leader and leader of communication should when someone's explaining how they want things to be communicated. I love the maturity. It also shows that, leadership could take many different forms.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's interesting that, like, Murakami is not a very loud-spoken person. In fact, like, I remember him in earlier chapters being kind of a sensitive kid, very soft-spoken. And I think, like, it's interesting that his side effect being, like, he goes to sleep and he learns, not to say that, like, he's going to wake up the next day and be a better leader, but I think he's very much used to being in a mindset of always like learning and not really having too much of an ego about himself. I think that's kind of interesting about it because he's got to lose in order to get better in theory, like if he's using a side effect to any extent.
For sure.
So yeah, I just think that's an interesting little quirk of his character, and maybe I'm reading into it, but I think like that's a little bit of a subtext that that's going on here. Meanwhile, Utagawa squad is making dinner. Yuma and this new character, I forget his name right now, but they're just kind of talking about it. This new guy is just like, man, we really fell apart after the first half of those battle sims. But Yuma is like, we had a lot of tough squads, you know. We had Mia's squad and Kodera's group, and he's actually kind of shocked. He's like, you think Wakamura's team is tough? He's like, well, yeah, they have Hughes, you know, and he knows me.
Yeah,
he knows me really well. So that's a good thing. But yeah, they're basically talking about the Sims more than anything else. So yeah, they're just cooking. Meanwhile, the kid on what's his name, Kakizaki's squad, you know, they're talking about, he didn't really do amazing in the special assignment, but you know, he wants, like, Utagawa is going to give him another shot to do it if they get another one tomorrow. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. Of course. I'll try even harder. It's a very sweet little moment because I know these kids are like among the youngest of the border agents. So it's nice that there's like this positive reinforcement going on. Meanwhile, in OG squad, the Suji, that's this guy's name. Mm-hmm. Suji is basically asking Ikoma to take the battle simulation a little more seriously, because, you know, I guess he's not, but at the end of the day, Ikoma's not like really receptive to it. He's kind of like weird like that.
Yeah, I mean, that was the point. He's taking it. He's not taking serious. By him not taking it seriously, it's kind of just how he operates in general. Yeah. So that's kind of what he's asking. He's asking him to kind of be above himself, but just this, which, you know, that kind of brings up an interesting point of view, because, you know, someone else on the squad actually says that that's kind of who he is, and that's what I think I'm repeating myself, but that's what you have to expect. Yeah. And then OG kind of reinforces that by saying that, yeah, I put the squad together totally with that intent, like not really with the intent to build and improve on whatever, but to take it exactly how it is. He uses the term fun, but to me, what that really says is, you know, really weird and awkward dynamics having to clash. I mean, look at these personalities.
Yeah. I remember Suji not being very good, like, around girls.
OG don't even like Ikoma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, they fought. You know, they
kind of have a natural beef. You know what I'm saying? They have different styles in life and everything. Everything about them is different. OG's low key one of my favorite characters. He's not in my top 3, but he's like top 5, top 7.
Yeah, OG's great.
He's a smart guy. You know, I have an affinity for the intelligent ones.
Yeah, and he really makes a good point about how, like, well, I don't think we need to get fantastic scores all around. You know, like, I don't even think the top brass thinks so. And the young blood that Josh seems to hate so much is like, wait, you don't really think they care? And
you're right, I do hate
the prodigy that Josh hates more than anything.
Because, like, how many prodigies are there? No, that's not the problem. I think that was part of the problem, though. That it was like, oh, another one, another young, no, whatever. Yeah, it's okay. I love them all.
Anyway, OG is just like, well, look, think about Tachikawa. He's always on an away mission. He's also the #1 agent overall in border. Sure. Can you picture him taking this test? And everybody's like, all the A rank agents are like, no, he's a fucking idiot.
Right. Like, yeah, good point.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just basically, and OG, I guess, like, gets to the meat about what this is really about, which I agree with. Is
right, 100%. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, that's it.
So this test is all about how we key agents tackle challenges and solve problems. That's what I think they're looking for.
That's it. And I mean, the best evidence to that, in my opinion, is the difference between this and the rank wars. The rank wars obviously test those things as well, but, you know, more geared towards the combat sense, because that's what they have to do, fight neighbors. This is way more specialized, and it makes that point more obvious, like I said.
Yeah, definitely.
Because what else? If not fighting, what other issues out in the field? Right. Issues of chemistry and issues of resourcefulness, of quick thinking, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, people skills.
Everything outside of fighting. Right.
Yeah.
OG's got it. They won.
Yeah.
All of them, all the A rank agents was like, yep. Mhm. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Codera Squad are kind of like going over their day as well. They got 82 points individual on the special assignment. So, you know, we're doing good. And Katora thought that it was a 90-point answer for sure, but
You was wrong.
Katora, they actually cited Katora last chapter. I remember they like pointed out something specific she said. So, you know, she was on the right path, and 82 is still a great grade. I'm not gonna lie.
that B minus?
Yeah.
B.
Right.
Yeah.
Any
That's
teachers
still good.
out there?
Better than a C plus.
I would say B plus.
B minus is solid.
I would say B plus because like 90 would be A, like A minus.
I thought 90 is like a B plus, and then like no, 85. Okay, 80 is a B minus. Like 79 to 81 is a B minus. 82 to like 87 is a B. 88 to like 91 is an A. 92 to 99 is an A. I said A minus. I meant A minus before.
Yeah.
And it's an A, and then 100 to A plus.
Yeah, I mean, if there are any
there we go. I broke it down. That's what it should be.
if there are any teachers out there that know, I want to confirm or deny anything we're saying, please let us know. We'd like to be accurate on this podcast.
I know what an F is. 55.
That's an L.
Yeah. I know that.
Yeah. That should be the actual grades. It shouldn't be F anymore. You just put L on the paper.
Your ass get beat.
Oh my God. Don't let me be a teacher. I'll just put L's on people's papers.
You losing your Xbox privileges for a whole month, nigga.
Oh my God.
That's what that means.
Well, there's Katora's B plus answer, I suppose. So they're just kind of like figuring out, you know, what to improve. And Okudera, I think his name is, actually like brings up the ideas like, hey, why don't we just call Azuma and pick his brain? And they're like, I don't really want to bother another person on a different squad for this. And he's like, nah, he's probably just sitting around. If you show him you're serious, I bet he'll give you an honest answer. And that's where the chapter ends. I thought, oh, right, Azuma's with Ninomiya.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's where the chapter ends.
He thought he had his own squad right now, right? Because he's such a leader.
Yeah. But anyway, that was 220. Josh, what did you think about this chapter?
Okay, so what I thought about this chapter, general thoughts, information dump type of chapter, I guess because there's not action, so it's, you know, that signature world trigger giving you, you know, piece of the world just through characters' dialogue. I enjoyed it. But there was, I feel like, a very clear message in one of the conversations with the team that that I think is the essence of World Trigger, like I always say. And that's in with Murakami's group, right? We was breaking it down a little bit earlier, but I wanted to make a point to say that, you know, when they brought up Kumagai, the girl, basically taking on a different role, right, in order to just change things up. They mentioned that, you know, maybe having to control, you know, more units than just her own and not focused on the actual, like, you know, individual, like, step-by-step process of battle, it would probably help her, right? And maybe give her a better perspective on the overall pacing of the battle, or, you know, do you mind?
Go for it.
Yeah. So I want to find the actual words they were using. It's like over here, right? So, yeah, they say rather than focusing on individual units, you may find it easier to think about broader team tactics, right? Which, you know, I guess I had to bring the example to like video games, right? Like when I would play like competitive Pokemon, right? Some people are really good battlers, like I'd like to think myself, you know what I'm saying? And some people were really good team builders. And the best players were those that could team build and play at both the high level, right? I've never been that good of a team builder, only because I never applied myself that much to it. And because I had a lot of people that like to build teams and I would just like to play. But with that said, you know, I started to improve in my play when I started to learn more about the team building aspects. Because, in order to team build, you had to have an understanding of the metagame of like what people are using, what things you need to look out for or be prepared for, right? And me learning just a little bit about that aspect of the game improved my battling, because I felt like my battling had kind of hit a wall where I wasn't really improving. But then I just, started learning in a different area, and it improved this other area. And I think the word for that, I'm sure there's a better term, but what I want to say is like non-linear progression, right? Non-linear improvement. Because Kuma has hit a wall combat-wise. That's been the case since we've seen her in her fight against Murakami. That was kind of one of her insecurities, that she's just, she second-guesses herself or makes certain mistakes, and, people feel like she has a little bit more talent than what she shows. This is the type of thinking that leads to major improvements, in my opinion. And it's subtle. I mean, what her focusing on tactics, maybe she'll just get a better understanding of the flow of battle. And if not, just fighting in general, at least her teammates, so that if she has to go back to just controlling her own single units, she just has better chemistry. That's going to help her in her individual fighting. Yeah. It just works. And then just a second example with Murakami, right? I mean, he's not the leader of his team, right? No. The dude with the lion eyes, the Brock looking ass nigga, right? He's the leader, you know what I'm saying? But Murakami was always the ace of his squad, but I'm sure maybe in the back of his mind, he always, not in the back of his mind, maybe he always looked at it like, I'm just not the leader type. That's not what I am. And you may not feel like you're suited for a certain role, but that doesn't mean you should hold yourself back from learning and improving in those small, in those different areas. Again, that non-linear improvement, so that it can improve what you are focused on. Just broadening your perspective can help you so much, with many aspects of your life and what you're particularly focused on. Okay, those are my thoughts for World Trade. Awesome chapter, and I really like this exchange with the team. As a matter of fact, I think this is low-key my second favorite team now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not Ninomiya Squad anymore. This is what I'm most focused on.
Nice. Yeah, it was a good moment for them. Brian, did you have any thoughts about this chapter?
Not really. It was a good chapter for me, but it's a classic World Trigger chapter. Just a lot of explanations.
Yeah. These are definitely chapters that are better when the series is weekly, but we say that a lot around here, and it's mostly because we miss World Trigger being weekly. But that being said, I also really enjoyed this chapter. I really like I hope that we're getting a little bit more into Azuma next chapter, because he's always been just an interesting guy. Used to be A rank number 1, just like used to lead his own squad, and I wonder what happened to the guy, because he's such a sagely fit presence among these agents, and I feel like he forms these B rank squads with people he finds a lot of potential in, and he's just training them. It's like a really good coach, like in some kind of sports team, like when you're young, when you're just you like to help people, like young people along their way and find themselves. And it's Azuma will probably, if everything goes the way I think it is, I think Azuma will end up low-key being one of my favorite characters.
Natural born teacher.
Yeah, I just like his vibe.
Same.
Yeah, and he's not that old. He's like 25, but
and it's like a stark contrast from characters like the wind sword guy.
Ikoma?
No, that's the whirlwind. The guy with the black trigger.
Jin?
Jin. Because, it's funny. Usually in series, they only have room for one of those kind of sagely characters, and they kind of takes, they have a few different roles, but Jin and Azuma are kind of the same while also being different. They both have that sagely, they know, they're kind of wiser beyond their years. You could tell when they ask certain questions, they already know the answers. They're just trying to see how you think, and they want you to think a certain way. They're both like that. Mm-hmm. But, Asuma's much more reserved, and we still need to learn a lot more about him, and I think more, I guess, teacherly? That's not a word. But he has more of I feel like Azuma has more of a drive to teach, where Jin just kind of does his own thing. You know what I'm saying? But they're both sagely.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're both very calm. They're both calm veteran presences. You feel like if they're around, things are going to be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to heal Ashihara so he could do this weekly again.
Oh, please, Ashihara, I'm sending my energy.
Although, I mean, I just got Crunchyroll and I have World Trigger's anime, like in my queue, because I do want to watch like the later seasons because I've only seen the first one where the animation wasn't great, and now I've seen that they've like upgraded it. And I'm like, I just want to support it, so they keep giving them these anime.
Word.
But yeah, World Trigger's great. Not so much to say about it because it is just like a lot of dissection, and we already talked a lot about it throughout the recap. So. Without further ado, also let us know what you guys think, though. If you guys have any thoughts that we haven't touched on, please let us know. Comment below, and we'd love to hear from you guys. With that being said, I suppose we can move on to our next one. Boruto.
All right, so I just want to. All right, I'm gonna tell you this. Forget about how I feel. How do you feel about this picture?
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think about the legs?
I don't love it.
You don't love the legs? Is it the same issue as prior? Like, do you feel the same about the legs here that you feel about at the beginning?
What do you mean?
Didn't you have a problem with the way he draws the legs?
The thing is, like, no, I had a problem. Like, I remember there was like this color spread where, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is just a natural thing. Sarada like wears like 6-inch heels in combat.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm like, why do you draw them this way? That's highly impractical.
That's what happened. Okay.
It's so easy to not draw them that way.
His characters look good. She looks
do.
nice here.
No.
I wanted to laugh just because I thought about all right. It's the leg. All right. It's not that the legs are drawn bad. That's not what's funny. It's that they're drawn very sexy.
And
they are right. You can. Yeah, that too. I guess I forget that part. But that's
does
he. No, but even I'm just saying, even if she was of mature age of 20, like if she was 25 and thriving, right?
Yeah.
It's just like very sexy. Like, I don't know, something about the kneecaps. It's drawn well.
Yeah, no, it's
almost too well.
Hey, technically, on a technical level, it's drawn well.
Yeah, overly sexy legs.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Boruto chapter 67, Rift. Last we left off, Boruto was completely and utterly annihilated. He's dead. It's over for him. No more Boruto. This now is Kawaki, Naruto Next Generations. Naruto's just like, Boruto, this can't be happening. He's just holding his son with a hole. With a hole in his chest. And Kawaki's just like, had to be done. You just stand there like, shouldn't have gotten taken over by an alien parasite.
Hey, he said it.
You know? Code gives the same reaction that I gave.
Yeesh.
Damn. Ada's just like, I think this is beyond yeesh, Code. I like this that little exchange for a second. Because it was very realistic. It was like, God damn.
I said, listen, you fucking edgelord. This is a big deal, all right? Don't just shoo this off like it's not. It is. It is.
I know you like to feign emotion, but this is a big deal.
Yeah, right. You fucked up.
Yeah. Honestly, Code takes it in stride for the fact that, like, his god was killed. He's just like, well, an L's an L. You can't win every week.
I mean, his perpendicular goal, his goal adjacent is to eliminate the Leaf Village and stuff, right?
That's the title of this episode.
I gotta write that down. Damn it.
Okay. Wait. No. Yeah. He is kind of. He's like, damn. Who would have thought the Kawaki would have? Who would regain karma, much less kill Boruto? It's the equivalent of like. Like a sports conference after where there's like sometimes the defense makes good plays too. They get paid too over there, and we got to come back, watch film, get better.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great way to put it.
So there's nothing to do. They got to retreat. And Ada's just like, don't even think about using Kawaki for the sacrifice. And Coach's like, man, we'll talk about this when I get home.
Right, he's like, yeah, I'm not trying to hear that right now, but
shit's
I also
dire.
don't want to be killed by this little boy, so
yeah. So he kicks Shikamaru disrespectfully Do you not know who that is?
At least he doesn't kill him. He
I
had
know.
no reason to keep him alive.
No,
If only he knew how smart this guy was.
Yeah, I'm just like, yo, that was the best character in his day. Don't disrespect Shikamaru. So yeah, he tries to jump into his Ferragamo belt portal thing, but Kawaki shrinks them to microscopic size, and Kawaki just lands flat on his ass. He gets blue skied by Kawaki.
Yeah. He just lands on nothing. He's like, what the fuck? And he what did you say? He said he shrunk it, right?
He shrunk
the
it.
belt so that he couldn't fit through them. And I was like, damn, that's smart.
Yeah.
All right, Kawaki. That was like probably the coolest application of the eye technique.
Yeah.
This is the first time I was like, ooh, that was a nice eye technique. Like, which is a big deal.
Nice
I'm
eye
super jaded on that regard in all of Naruto Boruto verse.
Yeah. Nice eye technique, bro.
Yeah, that was sick. I like that. Don't care for the design too much, but
Yeah, I mean, and by the way, we know that they're not belts. He calls them claw marks.
yes,
But
guys.
they look
they're
like-
belts. It's
they
a leather
look-
fucking belt
they
with
look-
studs on it.
What do you want us to say?
We're not going through this again.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know because there's new people every month. We just want to let you know we know they're not belts. Don't add us, but they look like belts. And
Did Kishimoto say they weren't? Did he specifically ever say that they were not belts?
technically, I mean, he calls them claw marks. Technically, hey, I want them to be belts as much as you do, buddy.
All right. Well, I don't know what type of marks leave studs behind and leather, but sure. Okay.
Well, we don't know the material is leather.
It is objectively leather and studs. There's no fucking way.
Oh my god. Anyway, we can't be on this for too long. We've already talked about it. Anyway, so Kawaki is just menacingly walking towards him, and he's like, you seems you don't get it. You're in no position to arrogantly talk about other people's fates."
Ooh, put
Yeah.
that boy in his place.
Yeah. He says, "I'll eliminate anyone who threatens Lord Seven's life."
Yo, Daddy Seven.
Papa Seven.
Yo, he's
will not be
dead
touched.
ass about that.
I'll even kill my own brother.
No, I fucks with Kawhi. I'm not even gonna hold
Who's
you.
in my way? I'm gonna fucking kill everybody.
Yeah, no, he's dead ass. Like, and I like that because he. No, I'm gonna say it now. Nah, I like that because he Naruto dead ass brought him in, and Kawaki's not that stupid. He was emo, sure, hard to trust, sure, but eventually he was like, nah, man, this dude really cares about me and made a difference in my life, and I'm gonna fucking kill anyone that threatens this guy.
Yeah.
I respect
Bow,
that.
bow, bow.
I think that's mad cool. Kawaki's on the incline right now. Incline. Decline is down. Incline.
I feel like there's nobody in Boruto that is more ride or die for Naruto than Kawaki right now.
As of right this moment, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Kawaki's
think there's a
number
single
one.
person who has the same level of commitment to
It just
Naruto.
gets
Not
shit,
Hinata.
maybe.
Not even Hinata.
Not
well,
anymore.
Hinata maybe. I think
Nah,
Hinata
not like she used to, man. I bet she wouldn't die for him anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
She's like, Naruto don't give a fuck about me or my family. He's always out there doing Hokage shit.
he never spends any time. We don't have a scene together, really.
No, they don't.
Got me here cooking.
We
and
can't
cleaning.
even get
in
3
Naruto the
panels.
Last. Naruto the Last.
Yeah, that was a whole movie, but that was it. And also, it's just like got me a Hyuga here cooking and cleaning. I'm a Hyuga, bro.
She don't pull up with the Byakugan and box somebody the fuck out and sever all their chakra links just for the one time. I'm gonna be more disappointed than I already am.
Agreed, honestly. Anyway, Ko tries to do some stupid shit, but Kawaki puts him in his place real fast, socks him real hard, and Ko's like, there's no way I'm winning. This is it.
Yeah, he says that. Yo, Kawaki got way stronger than Code real quick.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm out. I got to get the fuck out of here, dude. And meanwhile, Shikamaru runs over to Naruto and is like, Naruto, are you okay? And then he sees Boruto on the ground. He's like, oh, dude, keep yourself together, bro. Come on, man. I know you're in pain, but the battle's not over yet. You could still die here. Just keep your wits about you. Kawaki and Code continue their battle. As Shikamaru's like, we gotta go help him. Let's go. And Naruto is still like, he's just mourning his son. He just doesn't know what to do. And Shikamaru is just like, Boruto chose himself. He has no time. There's no time to lose your grip. He chose this, but we got to keep going right now. We can mourn later. This is crazy. We cut back to Kawaki's battle, and Kawaki seems to have code on the ropes. He's about to do like a beam, just like
chakra beam, ninja beam,
And then Code reaches into his head belt, and and then all of a sudden the chi beam that he's about to like blast out is immediately reflected on Kawaki. I knew what time it was immediately.
I forgot actually.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
until they
shit.
showed him.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty crazy thing art wise. Like, it's very abstract, in a way. He pulls Daemon out of his head to use his technique to like reverse the chi blast onto Kawaki, send him flying. And Daemon's like, whoa, where am I? He didn't even realize he got pulled through, and he did the whole reflection thing. So Kawaki's just like, Coach is just like, you did your thing. Thank you for showing up. I'm gonna stuff you in my head belt now.
Get right back in there.
Yeah. So yeah, Ada basically. Kawaki Code takes Kawaki's pulse real fast using the belts, and he's like, relax, he's alive.
Yeah, he's good. All right.
All right. Before
I like how he checks real quick. He's like. Okay, he's okay.
Yeah. He's like, don't worry. He's okay. And so he's just like, I hate to admit it, but I don't stand a chance against you right now, Kawaki.
As Kawaki lays damn near dead by his feet. I liked it.
Yeah, he's just like, I can't fight you right now, bro.
He's like, yeah, I got lucky there. You ain't know what I was about to. Yeah, I like that. And
I can't kill you right now. So, I got to get my limiters released, and then it's over for you.
And that little fucking kid.
Yeah, stupid little kid. So he disappears using his belt, and at this point, Shikamaru looks over to Naruto and is like, "Yeah, we need to figure out what to do with this kid." And Naruto's like, "What you mean?" He's like, "He just killed your son. He's killed his own comrade. We can't like just do nothing."
Right.
And Naruto's just like, what? So we just drive him off because he's too much for us to handle? And Shikamaru's actually like,
no, nigga. I'm saying that he's wilding. He almost killed 3 people just to do what he wanted. Like, that's not okay. It's not the Konoha way.
Yeah, but Naruto is just like, hey, Boruto considers Kawaki a brother. He's practically part of my family. No matter what he does or what anyone says, if he's family, I can't stand by at a time like this. Who's going to take his side? Yeah. At that point, as things are about to get heated in this argument, we see a hand pull up, and Boruto's alive. Shock of all shocks. I
was actually surprised.
I'll say this. I was surprised in how he actually lived.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get into that. Boruto gets up. He's like, you think I would die for something like that?
Naruto's looking at him like, yeah.
Yes. Most people do. But, he hugs his son, and Boruto rips off his shirt, and there's no hole to be found at all. And at that point, that's when Momoshiki's visage pulls up, and he's like, what did you do? And this is pretty crazy. I'm going to kind of explain it in a short amount of time, but basically Momoshiki resuscitated Boruto as the karma was just kind of like Boruto's infected with his karma, so it was slowly taking over his body more and more. Right. He was basically 82% done taking over Boruto's body. And his resurrection would finally be possible when the 18% finally got in him. But now Boruto was in critical condition and was on death's door, which is very bad for Momoshiki.
Right, because if Naruto dies, Momoshiki dies, essentially.
So, he was stuck between a rock and a hard place. And he's just like, all right, at least I guess this way, maybe I won't be 100% dead.
There's still a way.
Yeah, so he fused the last 18% into Boruto's data, or I guess DNA at this point, and now he cannot resurrect entirely. So
That's the gist of it.
yeah,
Now, in order for Momoshiki to heal Naruto, they had to forego their resurrection, at least for the planned resurrection, because again, like we said, if Naruto would have died then and there, it would have been over for Momoshiki for their essence to come back.
Yeah.
Now, Momoshiki may not be able to revive it, based the way he was, the way Boruto was brought back to life. But you never know what could happen in the future. At least Momoshiki's still around.
Yeah,
And living, and still conscious within him.
yeah, in some fashion or another. He's basically new Kuruma, where he's just gonna be inside Boruto's body. I imagine.
Who's Kuruma?
Nine-Tailed Fox.
Ah, yeah. Right.
Yeah. So
Essentially.
that's a good way to tie up that thing. Honestly,
Yeah.
he's basically saying, all right, well, don't be too excited about this, though. If you die next time, I won't be able to save you.
Right.
So-
And you're ready. You're right. You're at ideal human ripeness. Shout out to the. You like that?
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. He's at ideal Otsutsuki ripeness. So
Yeah.
he's ready to get fed. Where I guess before he was only 82% ready to get fed.
Yeah, now he's 100%.
Yeah, as soon as they find you, then they can feed you immediately.
Yeah.
So But karma's all yours, and you don't gotta worry about me taking over. That's what this was. That's what it all boils down to. We don't have to worry about Momoshiki taking over anymore in the rest of the series until they reintroduce that as a problem again.
Yeah.
Do whatever means. So yeah, cool. Pretty
Yeah.
interesting stuff. And I think the same's for Kawaki, because that's his karma now.
Yeah, it's
Not
definitely his.
Yeah, not something else's. I mean, he had his own karma to begin with, right?
No, it was Ishiki's karma, and then Ishiki died, and then Amato basically made it so that he could still use Ishiki's powers without having Ishiki within him,
Right.
alive.
Whatever. And however he did that.
Like he's
doesn't
completely gone, whereas Momoshiki here is at least partially
partially
still
there.
around.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, basically Boruto's just like, hey, you told me that those blue eyes shall eventually take everything from you. Is this what you meant? And Momoshiki smells like, no.
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
There's a lot more series to this.
Yeah. Way more serialization.
Yeah, we're not ending anytime soon. So, yeah, he's excited. He's like, haha, you will be truly in a shitty position in one day.
Ha ha ha.
Hee hee ho ho.
Fuck you, Boruto.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck your little ass for ingesting my karma.
And nearly dying, forcing me to fucking eliminate myself from the equation forever.
Yeah, he's mad, but at least he can leave Boruto with some fear.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, back to Code. The chapter ends with Code and Ada talking about what just happened there. And they're like, Amato's being protected in the middle of Konoha, where you have no belts.
Well, she says, well, you don't have to call him. Okay.
I just call it belts.
I was about to be like,
Whoa!
oh, he said that.
No.
Confirmed.
He says, don't you... And Code's like, don't you worry. I've already taken measures. Is there going to be a belt on Shikamaru?
Yeah, he touched his neck. Remember, he left something on him.
Yeah.
He left a little belt mark.
Yeah.
But it can't be that small because remember, if it's too small, you can't go through it.
He needs one stud. He only needs one stud to teleport.
Okay.
So it can only be that size. It could be tiny. But that was Boruto. Josh, what did you think about this chapter?
I don't have any additional thoughts.
Did you
I mean, it was no. Okay. This was actually a really good chapter. Obviously World Trigger was my favorite of the week, but this one deserved the honorable mention because I think when Shikamaru was pleading with Naruto to snap back into it and to get over the death of his child, it felt real. That's why I was surprised that Naruto came back, because the dialogue between them was really well executed in my opinion. Because Shikamaru, he's not someone that doesn't care.
Mhm.
And Naruto knows this. They're really close friends. He knows more than anybody else how much he cares. Naruto cares about his son. But Shikamaru is also, he's an intelligent guy, and he's trying to explain to him, like, listen, shit is still very real. You can't break down over your son right now, especially who's dead already. Like, we need you to be the Hokage and do shit and help out Kawaki or something.
Yeah.
Shit is out of hand, and Naruto couldn't because he's a fucking human, and it's tough. And I got it, and it was good writing.
Definitely.
Kudos.
That's
Why I was surprised. I know Boruto was coming back. I just didn't think it was going to be in this chapter like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But they made it work. I liked how both Boruto and Kawaki now have gone through things to where the karma is their own.
Mm-hmm.
You see, even a series like Boruto took their time to develop certain things.
Let's not go down this
when
fucking
they
road.
didn't have to. They definitely didn't have to, and I wouldn't have cared. But I'm willing to admit that I think it was well done. The road to them having uninhibited karma.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Brian, what did you think about this chapter?
I really like this chapter. I feel like like Josh talked about, the Naruto, Shikamaru, and Boruto whole thing was pretty interesting. I remember when I was reading it, I was a little surprised by how, it sounds weird to say it, but I was a little surprised of how overwhelmed Naruto was. Because Naruto's been through a lot. Like, he managed to stay composed after Pain literally nuked Konoha one time,
I think he pulled up after. But,
huh?
I mean, I think he pulled up after the city got nuked, but fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, but
I mean,
still,
point still
like,
stands.
that's
No, for sure. I just seen it.
And, Naruto has been through a lot. Like, maybe, of course, losing your son is, probably a completely different level.
It's
but
new. It's definitely new.
It's still, damn. He was really taken out of that situation. And, kind of leaves me wondering, how vulnerable... Naruto just keeps getting more and more vulnerable as the series goes on.
They've done a good job of doing that,
this is a good sign for him.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, yeah, Naruto has been... I mean, you've got to... They've had to nerf the adult characters to such a large degree in order to really give the spotlight to the younger characters. So I don't know if it's just I guess looking at it from that lens of mechanics, narrative mechanics like that. Maybe that's why. And it honestly also does make sense. That's his kid. I mean, I think none of us are parents, so we couldn't understand how that would feel, but watching your son die, especially so young, Boruto's 13 or something. So that's got to really fuck with you, and you're probably not going to be in any mood to blitz, anybody and fight anybody in that very moment.
Right.
Even Luffy, when Ace died, he couldn't move for days. But I also really like this chapter. This is a really good chapter of Boruto, I think. I wanted to
How many times do you hear that?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's fine. It's a fine series overall, but this is a really good one. And I wanted to pose this question because there is that theory prevailing, thinking about that first, Boruto, is Boruto going to end up being the bad guy? And I wonder if Momoshiki being taken off the table kind of nukes that theory into oblivion because how many reasons will Boruto have to turn traitor, I mean, I'm not saying it still can't happen at all. I think it could definitely still happen, but I'm wondering, it's I feel like he heard us all theorizing and he wanted to be no guys, for sure, it's not Momoshiki.
You know what? I'll tell you this. I agree with you. I feel like at first I was going to say that Momoshiki being gone almost strengthens the theory that Boruto, because now it's there's going to be something else that happens that leads to him. It kind of makes it more clear and more of his agency.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now that I think about it, I really think Kawaki's going to be the bad guy. What if Kawaki said, You what? Remember, like
I don't care what you do. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna kill anybody.
No. Oh, well, yeah, that's a good
7.
point. I was gonna say that after the fact, but in the beginning, what did he say to Boruto? Something about
He said,
the Hokage,
"I'm gonna send
right?
you where I sent the 7, or something like that."
He said, "Wait, Kawaki said that to Boruto."
Yeah, in the very beginning. You're talking about that scene where they're older, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kawaki said, "I'm gonna send you
to where I sent your father, or where I sent Lord Seventh."
So obviously, Kawaki's going to be the bad guy,
Well,
right?
a lot of people are thinking that, like, well, when that happened,
I thought it was everyone's making it seem like Boruto was the one that said that shit.
Well, because like we're thinking of it being a twist, where like Kawaki is actually a good guy and Boruto isn't.
No, that's the twist. Because right now Kawaki's a good guy, and I think what we're going to see is how the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah,
I think that's his character arc.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Do you really expect more out of him than that?
I don't know.
All right, I don't even mean to put that in a negative light. I think it just lines up perfectly with what's going on now. It makes so much more sense that now it's going to be about, like, how does Kawaki go from this to that? And we can see it now. He's even though he has redeeming qualities and cares about the people who looked out for him, he'd probably go through extreme extents, and those extreme extents would probably lead to other poor decisions. So we'll see. We'll see. That's my guess.
Yeah, I think you could say that for either of them.
Fair. Yeah.
That's what's interesting. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say here. I think it's interesting that they kind of took that off the board, so that now it has to be through both of their choices if either of them turns out to be the actual villain in this by the end, which is obviously a better storyline. In theory, you want it to be. You want your characters to have agency in general. Like, too much outside influence over your characters is not a great thing. You never want your character to be evil because somebody is controlling them.
Right.
So, that's just like a less interesting story. But
well, there's one thing that we kind of have to realize is that Boruto is officially not human anymore.
That's true. He is
like,
not Otsutsuki.
Oh, he's a whole alien now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so Kawaki
he's
to a
officially
degree.
like 100% alien. So maybe now there might be some changes that come along with that. Because Otsutsuki, they have a code of life, a code of honor and stuff like that when it comes to survival and the spread of their race. Mm-hmm. So you never know what else could happen, like to Boruto now that he's 100% not human anymore.
Outside of what we already seen. And whatever plans, Code and them have, right? Like just regular Otsutsuki biological stuff. Like maybe he'll react with the environment in a certain way, or certain chakra things will be weird. Chakra comes from them, right? That was kind of the point.
I think chakra. I don't think it comes from them, but they use chakra to expand their empire or something like that. Like that's what the tree is for, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the tree like bears the fruit of chakra. So, yeah, that was going to be something there. That was like a lore thing from like Naruto that I forgot because I haven't read Naruto in a minute.
No, I just wanted I just wanted to make sure that was the case. That because if chakra comes from them, it makes sense that things would work weird around them. They would react to it.
Yeah.
Good chapter. Really good chapter
Definitely.
from Boruto.
Yeah. Do you guys have any more thoughts before we move onward?
Negative.
Brian?
Nah.
All right, cool. Then let us move onward. Dragon Ball Super. This is Dragon Ball Super Chapter 81, Goku's Conflict.
Yo, yeah, Goku's conflict, all right.
Yeah, definitely.
Not Vegeta's.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's no longer Vegeta's conflict. Vegeta has actually removed himself from the conflict.
Himself! As if Toriyama was like, it wasn't me. It was Vegeta himself.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Last we left off, not Goku, Gas has given himself his ultimate temple teeth form, and now he's super duper extra powerful. So, he's unbeatable now. And he uses Conqueror's Haki real fast to scare Goku and Vegeta. Vegeta immediately is like, damn.
No. he formed he made his decision right now.
He's like, I'm not doing this shit. I know what happens. Oh my god. Then the coldest shit I've ever seen pulls up. Oh my god.
I wasn't all right. You know how I wasn't ready for this? Because as it was happening, I was not reacting to it until it wrapped up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
he just violated. Go ahead.
Okay, so Granola pulls up. He's like, Alec! You think he's gonna do something, but then Alec teleports.
Yeah, goes to hit what's his name? Alec?
Alec. Yeah.
Alec, yeah.
Alec is the leader guy.
Yeah.
Oh no, he teleports Alec away. He can transmit his instant transmission on people without touching them.
Okay, so yeah, Granola goes to knock out Alec, and Gas uses instant transmission on Elec to transfer him away from Granola. That was pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah. And then Alec is like,
without touching him.
Yeah. You usually need to be touching somebody to teleport with them.
Like Goku.
Yeah, like Goku. But yeah, Alec is all cocky now. He's like, didn't anyone teach you not to throw punches at your employer? I'm like, all right, Alec.
I guess.
Oh my god. Okay, so he does his little gun thing, right? That's when Gas comes in and breaks his forearms.
Kicks it from below.
Dude, it's like...
Snaps.
Wrong one, this one.
That easy money.
Blow, snaps these. This part snaps upwards.
Oh my god, look at his face. He's like, whoa.
Can't believe his arms broke. He's supposed to be the strongest person in the... second strongest.
Yeah, he's like, whoa. And then he blinds him with the fucking 2-finger blast.
Yeah, he shoots 2 little laser beams from his fingers.
And then Alec pulls up with the fucking gun and shoots him from behind.
With a space gun.
Yeah. Oh my god. Just standing there like, see ya, Granola. Bang. And that's it. I guess this one gets the ass whooping of the week.
Yeah. I mean, Cole got his ass beat, but man, Granola got worked mad quick.
God damn,
like
dude.
The whole situation reversed on him. He went. He thought he was getting a sneak hit on Alec, only for Alec to get the sneak shot off of him at the end.
My God, this is one of the coldest fucking Scarface moments. The gun is unnecessary. Make him blast him at least.
He said, "I don't even need to use Ka."
He goes bang. Kawaki, not Kawaki.
Goku and Vegeta are stunned.
Whoa! I haven't seen an ass whooping this bad since Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it since Android 18 really gave it to Vegeta.
Oh man, yeah, top 50 for sure.
Yeah, Vegeta's like, that could have been me.
That could have been me.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's exactly what he thinks. Yeah, he knows. You know what? I made a mistake. He was considering it before. This was the moment it became a reality.
He's like, not me.
This is no longer my fight. This arc is no longer about my development.
Here's
Goku?
My energy, Goku. Take it.
Yeah, here's the pseudo sensu revival.
Yeah.
Save us all.
You do
please.
It. You like fighting, right? Get out.
Yeah. Solve the problem, please, Goku. Surpass your limits, please, because Lord knows I won't.
Yeah. Toriyama's not going to give me a W here. So you take it on.
Absolutely not.
And Goku's like, okay. He goes Super Saiyan Blue.
He doesn't even debate with him.
He does. He's like, hey, Vegeta, why did you do that? He's like, Kakarot, I'm not taking this L. I'm not taking L's any further. I've taken enough L's.
Like I said, do something about that scumbag.
So yeah, Goku goes off to fight. He does a cool ass fucking parkour kick. I really like this.
I thought it was cool too.
Yeah, it was a cool panel. He came in like, wah! And Gas is like, you've broke free of my hockey. I see.
Yeah. My spell.
Good on you.
So I guess magic is like super effective against Saiyans too, the same way it is against Kryptonians.
I guess.
Like Superman. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, Alec is like, now that you know our plan, we can't let you live. Kill him, Gas. He's like, cool. He does like a big spiky block thing, materializes that, tries to
Green
squish.
Lantern constructs.
Yeah, just decides to squish Goku with all these rocks. These constructs.
Spiky
rock things. Then Gas just like starts telekinetically picking up the ruins of the planet Cereal, and starts.
Which I guess is stronger than Blast.
I guess
I'm gonna assume so, since he's using those instead of just shooting energy beams from his hand.
he hits him with a whole train. That's gotta hurt.
More than a energy blast from him?
No, I mean I didn't say all that. I just
No,
said,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, why?
I don't know.
Why do?
Maybe
nice
it's that
to look
whole
at.
thing. Maybe it's that whole thing is just like, you're not taking this seriously. I want to fight you at your best. Why aren't you? Yeah, he basically questions him like, why aren't you fighting with your full strength? Show me the extent of your strength. And Goku's just getting worked a little bit. He's not
winning.
Yeah, he's like, and
the best way to
Gas
put it.
is like, I see not even a hint of fire in your eyes. Why? And I'm also like, yeah, why?
Yeah, what's up, Goku?
Yeah, I thought you would
doing,
like.
bro?
I thought you would be like excited about this. This is
You're
like
Super Saiyan Blue right now. What's going on?
yeah, this is like your thing. You like to fight, and you're not having a good time. And Gas is just like, when it came to combat, your father's fierce resolve was like no other. I do not sense that from you. Are you truly his son?
Ooh.
And Goku's like, I hit my head when I was young, and I lost all those memories, so I don't remember anything about my dad. And Gas is like, okay. Well, I guess I could kill you then. I'll drown you.
Right, kind of wet with the wet napkin for that situation. Like, you don't care about your dad and stuff. All right. Well, I guess I'll just kill you now.
Yeah, he starts like drowning him. Goku tries to do a blast, but he does like a reverse airbender thing.
Yeah, it's pretty sick actually.
Blast Goku out of the water, literally. And he's like, I see now. That explains how you people keep recovering after enough time has passed. And he looks over, he sees the Namekian, surrogate Namekian father just healing Granola. And Goku's like, Granola, you're not dead. And so Gas is like, all right, I'll kill this guy. He can't be healing you. Monaido.
Yeah.
So he dashes after Monaido. And that's when Goku finally gets off his ass and starts doing stuff. He grabs Gas and teleports him away. He teleports him to a different planet entirely where Jocko is.
Did you read the entire series?
Yeah.
Am I missing out
Why?
on Jacko?
Oh, no.
You didn't read that?
No, you don't need to read Jocko.
But you read the entire...
I read half of it.
Oh.
When it was in, like, Jump.
Yeah.
He was kind of a lead up to Dragon Ball Super.
See, that's what I
Wasn't he?
didn't know.
Yeah, he's around.
And I remember asking Chris, I was like, does this mean like is this like a Dragon Ball Z thing? And he was like, no, it's just loosely related.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. And what happened turned into Dragon Ball Super.
Hey, I
Yeah,
can't.
but
I can't
he's not
predict
the
the
most
future.
important character in the series. Like,
No,
He's
he's
just a
not, bro. They
recurring
had a
character.
whole... All right, let me stop. I don't care about Jack.
Jacko was more of a gag manga, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So
It was.
not really super important.
It was a prequel to Dragon Ball. Actually, he came to Earth when like Bulma was a baby.
Oh.
His adventures was with her older sister.
Ah.
So
Jack was like a grandfather to Goku.
yeah, he's an old man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Goku pulls up with Gas, and he starts. Goku's instant transmission. It helps when he can lock onto somebody's energy signal. So he basically found Jocko nearby and teleported to where he was in a split second. So he's like, I bet you can't do this shit better than I can. This instant teleportation thing, and Gas is like, yes, I can. And they start fighting for a while on this planet, but then Goku teleports again, and Gas follows him, I imagine. So
Goku makes a point to say, I've been practicing this shit for all my life. You know what I'm saying? And gotten better and better. And I guess through them fighting and teleporting around, Goku, I don't think he admits that his is as good, but it's good enough. Where he can, and so he says, I wonder if you could follow me around.
yeah,
So yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, that's where the chapter leaves off. Josh, what are your thoughts?
This nigga did real greasy.
Yeah, he did.
Granola. I mean, his character has gone up and down as far as me liking him. You know,
Yeah.
I really didn't care about him at first, but you know, I warmed up to him. I didn't want to see him get his ass beat like that. You know,
Yeah.
he deserves to have the finishing blow in this situation. He does,
I think so too, but
in my opinion.
he got mollywopped, as Brian would like to say.
Yeah, and he's gonna die pretty soon too.
Yeah, he's
because he
being
used
healed.
up mad of his.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's got
lifespan.
He's got like 3 years left.
Yeah, something like that.
Um,
You know, cool fight. R.I.P. Vegeta fans. Let's see Goku surpass his limits yet again.
Yeah. Brian, what did you think?
This chapter.
You what? You cut
like-
out for a second.
Huh?
What did you think about the chapter? You cut out for a second.
I like this chapter. I think they're making it a point that I think what they're going with this story is that you can't wish for success.
Yeah.
You kind of have to get it yourself. Like, because this is the second time that like either Vegeta or Goku have like been fighting them and been like, "You're still too green, bitch. I'm way more experienced than you, fuckhead." like that. Like they basically both have said the same shit along the lines while fighting these guys who wish their power.
Yeah.
So I think Goku is kind of leading him on right now, is what I think.
Yeah.
He's just gonna keep teleporting him around and shit, and you know, showing his experience as a fighter and stuff. And who knows? Maybe Goku will discover something about himself in this fight, because that's what it seems like they're leading up to. Because Gas keeps bringing up Bardock,
Yeah.
like he's next level, which is weird because Goku is probably the strongest Saiyan to ever exist, right?
Yeah, the
So why
second
the
Super
fuck-
Saiyan, right?
Yeah, why does
Yeah.
Gas hold him to such a high standard in comparison to Goku, who's literally, you know, way, way stronger than that?
I'm hoping that it's just piggybacking over what you're saying. I'm hoping it's a matter of technique. Like maybe there was a certain way Bardock fought, like maybe a certain Saiyan fighting style that maybe Goku could learn some way or another, like do this fight. But I really think it's going to be more of just his attitude and his
An attitude.
sake
I think
of
it's like an
justice,
attitude.
which is lame because that's not going to it's not going to translate to Goku learning something new. I mean, he already has that attitude when he fights. He just doesn't have it at the moment for some weird reason.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's trying to keep himself under control emotionally so that he can access
right.
Ultra Instinct.
Can he use Ultra Instinct while he's using the Super Saiyan modes, or it's supposed to be something completely separate?
He hasn't combined Super Saiyan and Ultra Instinct yet.
Oh, so that's what he's going to. He's struggling with using Ultra Instinct without the Super Saiyan by itself. But eventually he wants to be able to use it with those forms. Is that kind of what he's working towards?
I think he's
Well,
just...
I'm sure they'll combine it at some point, but right now they're like two completely separate forms.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan are two completely different fields.
Yeah, he's
Right,
just trying to get used to using it in and of itself right now. But
Blue
Yeah,
is
he
higher
only
than
just
red, right?
learned how to master it, how to use mastered Ultra Instinct, and that alone is really hard for him to balance.
yeah, definitely. Were those your thoughts? That's it, Brian, or do you have anything else?
Good chapter. Hopefully Vegeta does something next chapter.
Come on, Brian. Come on. Let's not break our own hearts here.
Yeah, you playing yourself, Brian. It's over. It's over. Wait till the next arc.
I'm sure he's gonna save Granola.
Okay.
He's gonna do like a 1-on-4 against the Heaters.
All right. Okay.
I'm sure that's what they're gonna do.
Well, I hope so. I also like this chapter quite a bit. I think, Brian hit the nail on the head. This whole moral of this story is basically, there's no shortcuts in life, kid. You got to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and work hard. Yeah. Which, it's a good lesson. I think.
Outside of the context of like, real life, I guess.
No, just in general. If you want to do something that's like maybe not even systemically tied to anything.
I guess
you got to work hard.
Let me rephrase that. Outside the context of like the political parts of it.
Yeah.
All right. Leave it at that.
Yeah. I like this a lot. I mean, we had a lot of fun with the Vegeta nonsense, but it is like kind of growth that Vegeta will just like easily give the power over to Goku, who he thinks will have a better chance, which is a big deal for Vegeta. I'm always just like taken aback by how much he's grown.
Vegeta's been selfless this entire arc so far.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think like that's what Goku. There's this also philosophical thing. Goku's gonna like out teleport him a little bit because he's known instant transmission since after Frieza. So that's a long fucking time in terms of arcs and how long this story really is. And it took him a long time to master it. So, he knows all the ins and outs that are for real. All these guys, all Gas sees it as is a technique, not like as something to, really hone and master because they think they've already mastered it.
Right.
So, it's an interesting fight. I don't know how I feel really about like the Goku kind of not having the zeal for battle right now because that's kind of his thing. For better or for worse, even there have been moments where like because Goku loves battle more than his family at this point, so I don't buy it that he's just like kind of half-assing it here. I guess that felt like a mischaracterization. Maybe I could be wrong. If you have like an idea, a better understanding of it, then I do please comment. But I feel like this is a little inconsistent.
You know what
Goku,
what I think it might be is that he knows that this is someone, which is not even right, but he used the wish to gain his status as to be a strong fighter. Mm-hmm. But Alec was someone that worked hard for his stuff anyway before. That's what I got. He didn't even want the wishes to fight. He just wanted to fight.
Yeah.
So he doesn't. It's just weird. He doesn't strike me as the type of person that needs to be taught that lesson or whatever. But whatever.
Yeah.
Goku, I think that's why Goku's probably not into it because he knows that this guy hasn't. But he got into it with Granola. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a little off, and maybe next month we'll get a little better understanding of Goku's mindset at this particular time. But let us know what you guys think in the comments, as always. And that was Dragon Ball Super. Are we good to wrap it up?
Oh, yeah.
Then let's wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for listening. Again, we are glad to be putting out a little bit more content. We've been putting out a lot of stuff lately, and I'm actually kind of happy about it. We'll be back soon to cover the weekly series that come out on Sunday. Tuesdays we usually record, so give or take. So we'll be back pretty soon. Until then, you can follow me at the Chris Espinal, Brian at b.esp, Josh at jdcole_37 on Twitter, on Instagram, at nychillin on Twitter. You can follow the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. Follow us on Twitter, especially for the really good chapter of the week poll. We're going to be doing more of these, a monthly one for the American comics. I'll step up my Twitter game a little bit, but let us know what you think there. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a comment. Help us get on this algorithm game, dude. You can subscribe to us also on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts in the audio landscape. The episode usually goes up first there, so subscribe to us on that. And I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you soon, New Jump citizens.
Peace out, guys. Thanks for listening.